So welcome everybody. Come down into your child's pose. Let the knees move as wide as you're able to get them this first posture. I'll fix this light, it's a little obnoxious. And then let your head come to rest. So let your head come to rest here. Good. You'll just find your breath. Some nice deep breaths in and out. Good. So inhale through your nose, nice deep breath in, filling up the space. And full exhale here. Good. And just a couple more here from your child. Remember, this is our centering and integration posture. It just allows you to come down to the floor and into your practice. Good. Just a couple more. Good. I'm going to check our clock here. All right. So from your child, go ahead and let's walk our arms and our torso over to the left. So arms and torso go to the left, outstretch the right arm, come down to the floor a little deeper. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose and exhale. And you'll do that again, please. And then walk back to the center with your arms and then take it over to the right. And we'll extend our left arm and we'll come down towards the floor. And take a deep breath here. One more. And then we'll come back to the center. And then we're going to come to seated. So go ahead and just come to seated. So I'll demo a few things from the seat for the injured knee there. And then eventually we're going to come into tabletop. So you want to stay off your knees. You want to come to tabletop if you've got bad knees. So you'll come down to your seat. Make sure your volume is up. I forgot to cue that if you need it. And we'll do some seated cats and cows. We'll do some side stretch from cats and cows and some twists from the seat, okay? So you'll inhale and you'll lift the chest and look way up. And then as you exhale, you'll round the spine. And I always like to lean back into my sit bones here. This feels really good. And then I'm going to inhale and scoop the heart forward again. And exhale and round in. Good. So these would be things that you can always, whether you have an injury on your seat or not, on your seat. I hope you don't have an injury on your seat. If you have an injury on your knee or a bad knee, you can always do postures from the seat, okay? Good. One more time, cats and cows. Good. And then sitting up nice and tall, arms are going to reach up overhead, and you're going to lean to the right and just kind of come down into the right hand. The left arm is over your ear. Lean a little deeper. Take a nice gulp of breath. And then you're going to come back up to the center, and the left hand's going to go down, and the right arm is going to reach up. Good. Push against it. Good. And you're going to come back to the center. You're going to do that again. On the right side, right hand goes down, left arm is up. Good. Take a deep breath. And you're going to come back up to the center, please. Nice. And then go to the opposite side. Good. Excellent. Just checking on everybody. You look good. Take another breath here. Good, good, good. Back to the center. Take a breath. Good. And then we're going to find a twist. So we're going to turn over to the right. We'll just move our body or move that torso to the right. Find the breath in the twist. Feels good. Move across the belly. And then back to the center. And then turn to the left. Front ribs are in. Push against it. Good. And then back to the center. Good. So you can stay on your seat or you can roll onto your hands and knees and come into tabletop position. If you're in your seat, you'll do cats and cows from the seat like we just did. If you're on tabletop, you'll make them a little bit bigger from hands and knees. So let's move our breath in our tabletop position through cats and cows or your seat. Good. One more. Good. And then we're going to find a side stretch with modified side plank. So the right shin's going to go out to the side. We'll step the left foot out and the arm will reach overhead. You can do this from the seat just like we did, right? Side stretch. Good. One more deep breath here. Good. Then we'll come back to tabletop. And if you're in table, you go to the opposite side, left shin out to the side like kickstand. And the right arm reaches up and moves over. Remember, you're lifting the hips up. So I want you to really open up the ribs here. Good. Take another breath. And then bring it back down. Good. And then we're going to move into downward facing dog. So go ahead and move into your downward dog. And from your downward dog, everybody's in down dog. Just pedal it out. So you're going to march it out here a little bit and bend and straighten the legs. Stretch out the feet. You can bounce around in it or sway. Good. Move your head around. Downward dog. Good. Take one more breath here. Good. And then we're going to take a walk to the top of the mat. So we'll come on up towards our fingertips. And once you're there, take a breath and halfway lift. The tailbone is long. And then exhale, fold down, drop the weight of your head. Move your head forward and back here a little bit. You can have a little bit of a bounce as long as it doesn't feel just isolated in the low back. Good. Inhale, come all the way to rise. Let your arms reach up. Get nice and tall here. So as we reach up through the heart, you can lift the chest if you want and pull the thumbs back, or you can just sit up right nice and tall here. But I want you to find as much extension as you can in your mountain as you possibly can. So we'll take 2 more breaths here, pressing down in the feet, lifting up to the fingertips, relaxing the jaw. Good. And then our hands are going to come down to our heart. Good. All right, so we're going to move through a little bit of sun salutation. You never have to drop to your knees. You can always push back to downward dog. This is just the warm up, okay? Inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, swan dive it down. Breathe in, hands to shins or higher. Exhale, fingertips touch the mat. Good. Step back to plank. Take a breath in plank. Bring your knees down to the ground, the belly, chest, and chin. Lift your heart. So baby cobra. Point the toes back. Exhale, downward dog. Good. So follow the movement of your breath. Good. Look forward and step or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Breathe in, rise up, arms reach up. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Stay lifted. And then hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms extend up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. These could be bent here. Hands come down, step back to plank. So here's where you can choose to just, push back to downward dog or working plank here. Otherwise, the knees come down, and the belly, chest, and chin come to the floor. You lift your heart, baby cobra. So I'm really pointing the toes. I'm igniting my calves here. Exhale, downward dog. Downward dog. Take a breath. So you're always accommodating your shape and all the things of you that is happening today, whether that is a little boo-boo on your knee or something in your hip or your head or whatever. And so if your feet need to be really wide here, and you always land wide in down dog and take big wide steps, right? That's how you move. Good. So let's just come to the top of the mat. We take a breath and halfway lift, and that can always be bent knees here. And then we'll fold down a little deeper. And we'll inhale and rise up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Stay lifted. Clear your breath another time. And then your hands will come to your heart. Good. All right, we're adding on now. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Lean to the left as you breathe out. Inhale, look up. Exhale, carry it down, fold forward. And your fold forward could be here. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down. So bend your knees to get them there if you need to. Step back to plank. Take a breath in plank. Breathe out, knees, chest, and chin. Lift your heart, baby cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Good. All right, so shorten the distance between your feet and your hands here. You're always welcome to do this. It's a way to modify the stepping forward. Always step up a little bit. You're going to look forward and you're going to step your right foot forward. And I like to bring it kind of towards the middle of my mat. And then my left heel is going to come down to the floor. And then I'm going to lift up to warrior one. So my right knee is bent. Good. So you could be here. If this feels too short for you, you move those feet farther apart. The hips are forward, arms reach up. All right, it's 5 breaths here. So one of the beautiful things about Hatha yoga is that it really builds a lot of strength and tone in the body. And it also brings a lot of awareness to your breath. It's a very settling practice. It's not an easy practice. Good, one more breath. Good. All right, so the hands are going to come down to the ground. Good, you're going to look forward and you're going to step back into plank. You may have to push back. Take a breath in plank. Now here's where you can decide to either come halfway down or you can come all the way down or drop the knees. But you'll lift your chest, baby cobra, or maybe you're moving through an up dog now, right? Take a breath. And then we'll move into downward dog. Clear your breath here. Good. And again, you can shorten the distance between toes and wrists. When you're ready, you'll step the left foot forward closer to the center of the mat than the left thumb. And then the back heel will touch the ground and we'll open to warrior one here. So I want you to get yourself settled. You pull the belly and chest back. You squeeze into your butt. And we have 5 breaths. Good. You don't need to count them. That's one of the beauties of having a teacher to do that for you. Hold the space. You're just focusing on your drishti, which is your gaze. Don't get distracted. One more breath. Good. And the hands will come down. You'll look forward. And you'll step back to plank. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bring it down your way, all the way or half the way. Good, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath. Good. We'll run through that one more time, just like that. Walk or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on an inhale. Exhale and fold down. Inhale, come up. And once you reach up, I want you to pause in extended mountain. So I really want you to lift up. One more breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Arms reach up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Hands come down. Good. And step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa or just move to downward facing dog. Good. We'll meet in down dog. Shorten the distance if you need to. Look forward. Step the right foot forward. Back heel touches down, warrior one. Good. So step the pose first. Squeeze the muscles around the bones. Find your drishti, 5 breaths. Good, you're doing great. One more. Good, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. Again, step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa, all kinds of options. Downward dog. Good. All right, prepare to step forward Then left foot comes forward, back heel comes to the mat, warrior one. Good. Squeeze the muscles around the bone, squeeze that tush, and we'll move our breath. Good, one more breath here. Inhale, exhale, then inhale, exhale, hands come down, find plank. Good, and then you'll move through your vinyasa and even downward dog. Good, take a breath in and out. Good. Step or walk it forward. Halfway, let's breathe in. Breathe out and fold down. And then inhale, come all the way to rise. Reach up. Keep your arms up overhead. So actively stretching here, pushing down into the feet, reaching the fingers up, pulling the thumbs back. Can you feel the cylinder, right, of the container of the breath? Hands to the heart. Good. All right, so from here, keep your hands at your heart, and we're going to step our left foot back about halfway. And I'm going to anchor down. We're going to move into intense leg stretch. So my hips are facing forward, pretty much the same positioning of warrior one, but shorter. Good. Take a breath here. Engage your quads so your knees are lifted. And then you're going to lean forward and then come down. Your hands can come down to the ground. Hands can come to a block. And just find your breath here. So you're really leaning down. Good. Good. Find your breath. So really the intention of today's practice is a really simple but beautiful one. It's closed hip work and then open hip, open, closed chain. One more breath here. Drop your head. Good, very nice. All right, so you're gonna keep your feet as they are, soften the knees a little bit here, and then we're gonna come all the way back up to stand. So press down to rise. Keep the legs straight, arms reach up overhead. Good. So I'm gonna ignite my legs and I'm gonna lift my chest up. Squeeze your butt. Good, open it up, one more breath, use your legs. Good. And then our hands are gonna come down to our heart. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna soften the front knee and we're gonna step the left foot forward. And as you step the left foot forward, you're gonna pull the knee up into your chest. Good. So from here, you're gonna move into tree, and it'll be our very first, open chain here, since we were in child's pose. So find your hands, press down to rise. So I'm pressing into my right foot and squeezing my right butt cheek and lifting up to the heart. Hands can stay low or reach up, but the hips stay forward, right? So although you're swinging the left hip open, the frontal hips are reaching more forward as best as you can. One more breath here. And the left knee will come into your chest. You can hug it in with your hands or keep your hands at your heart. And then you're gonna push it back for warrior three. Good, take a breath, kick that foot away. Good, left foot comes to the right. Good, come up onto your right toes and turn your right toes under. So my right toes are turned under. I'm gonna take a breath here, just relaxing into that foot. Good, both feet on the ground, arms reach up overhead. Find extension. Reach, 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 reach. You can lift the heart and chest if you want. You can go as deep as feels right for you. But find extension. Then the hands will come to the heart. Breathe in and out. Good. Stepping into the left foot, the right foot's going to step back, so it's not super far back. Remember, you're not glued down. You might want to feel like you're on Velcro, but you have the capacity to move your feet at any time. All right, so try to get the frontal hips facing forward, right? Like these are your headlamps. Take a breath, squeeze your butt, lift the kneecaps. And keep your hands at your heart, or you could reach them up overhead, but push the hips back, push them way back, push, 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 and then bring it down. Good. Right toes are out, left toes are forward. Always have your hands on a block. I love blocks. Keep your legs really strong here. Widen the toes. Good. Feel the breath. Sink down. Notice the difference of this side and the other. You feel it in a different spot. Lots of opportunity to listen to your body. Take one more breath. Good. Now I'm going to soften my knees a little bit. My legs are firm. And then you can bring your hands to your heart or not, and you'll press down to rise. Oh, really plugs the hip in. Good. Take a deep breath here. You can keep your hands lower, reach your arms up overhead, pull the belly in, strong legs, and then lean into it though. So I'm not overly compressing my low back. I'm just mostly scooping the heart. So it needs to feel really connected to you here. From the feet all the way to the sternum, to the fingertips. Good. One more breath. Nice and bright to the armpits. Stand up nice and tall. Good. Soften the knee. And the right foot's going to come all the way up. You can drag it up. And you might have a very low tree with the toes on the ground. Take a breath here. Right foot places somewhere along the left leg. It could be on the ground. Right knee out to the side. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Good. Pressing down. Extending your arms if that feels right. Don't be afraid to fall out of it. That's working into your stabilizer muscles, all the things that are balanced. One more breath, belly's in. And then the knee will come back up. Flex the foot and let your hands come where you'd like to keep them as you push your foot back. And I'm just extending, keeping the chain of the hips closed. Right, nice and narrow, push. Nice and long. One more deep breath here. Push, push, push. Good. And then slowly the foot will come next to the left foot. Come to your left toes and turn the toes under. Take a breath to release the bottom of the foot. Good. All right, so before we transition into our open chain movements, our flow, which will be warrior two movements, we're going to step our feet wide, the toes out, so you can take them as wide as you need to. And you're going to come down into a squat. Good. So if you have to be on your seat for squat work, I'd like for you definitely to be practicing this against the wall or on a block. But sometimes, you know, to practice, you see this a lot in men, you come down to your seat and you pull your feet wide, okay? Otherwise, practice that squat. I can see you. Good. All right, we're going to take a few breaths here. I'm using my elbows to push my knees wide and kind of push my hips forward here. So it's active. My feet are glued to the ground. Good. Watching the clock for us for a perfect time. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Very nice. All right, so we're going to press down to rise. You can always use your hands to help you launch up, but push down. Make sure you feel buoyant here and push. Lift the quads, engages the knees to protect them. Arms, you reach up, and exhale, hands to your heart. You can step or you can hop your feet together, whatever feels like more fun. All right, so roll the shoulders. All right, arms reach up, big breath. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, come up, reach up. Pause at the top, reach. Reach. One more. Good, then you find chair. So remember, the knees pull back. You can have the legs glued together or you can have them separate. But make sure that you are not, you know, it's none of this or this. Things are stacking on each other, okay? All right, 2 more breaths. Good. We're going to turn to the right. So as I turn to the right, my left arm is going to come nice and low here. And my right arm, my hand can stay on my low back, or I can reach up overhead. Good. Lean your head back a tiny bit, not for a back bend, but to really organize the shape. Good. 1 more breath. You can see my left knee pulls forward a little bit. If I pull it back, it jams into my SI joint. I listen to my body. 1 more breath. Come back to the center. Stay in chair. Or you can come out of it. But I think you should stay in chair. 1 more breath. Turn to the left. Right hand finds a home. Left hand can go on the back. Or it can reach up overhead. On this side, I can pull the knee back a little bit more. And I don't feel it in my low back. Smooth the breath. Hug that belly in. Push your breath deeper. 1 more. Come back to the center. Arms reach up. Stand up. Lift your quads. Look up. Stay extended. 1 more breath. Hands to the heart. Good. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, sit back to plank. So you can always skip the chaturangas and vinyasas. That's what kind of makes it more of an intermediate practice. So we're just only do 1 or 2. So carry it down your way and open your chest or come to downward dog. That's where we'll meet. Take a breath in and out. As we move to warrior 2, you can do the same thing and step the feet closer to the hands. All right. Everyone's right leg will lift up. And then you'll step your right foot forward, closer to the center of the mat. Turn your back heel down and open to warrior 2. You can do some fanciful arms if you want, or just come down into it. So find the shape. Let's find our breath. Good. Squeeze your butt. So if you can think about how this really is a practice of wrapping muscles around bones. It's not flinging yourself around. You can go for a run. Right arm reaches up, left arm goes back. Drop your hips. Just 2 more breaths here. Good. Come back to warrior 2. Good. You're going to straighten your front leg. Your legs can be closer together or stay as they are. My right toes are forward, left toes are in. Reach forward, push the left hip back. Hips are pulling back. Right hand goes down. Great place for a block if you have one. Left hand can come to the hip or it can reach up overhead. Squeeze the muscles of your legs here. I'll tell you, it makes everything better. Good. 1 more breath. Good. Look down at the floor, and then we're going to bring our left hand down, and then our right hand down, and turn the back heel up. Pause. Take a breath. So nice wide angle. And then you're going to turn to the long edge of your mat. So the right toes turn in, the left toes turn out, wide. Take a breath, halfway lift. Feet are on the ground, toes are wide. And fold. Good. Move around a little side to side. Release any tension you feel in the low back or the IT bands. Good. 1 more breath. Good. All right, so come up halfway. Bend your knees a little bit for buoyancy in the joints, and then come all the way up. Let your arms reach out and up. Good. And then exhale, warrior 2 to the right again. So face the front. And then we'll cartwheel our hands down to the earth, look forward, and step back to plank. You can just move right to down dog if you want to. Move through your vinyasa. Good. Take a breath. So you can shorten the distance again. It's preparing for warrior two. The left leg will rise up. Take a breath. And then step the left foot forward. Good. Turn the back heel down and open to warrior two. Good. Wrap the muscles around the bones, get long in the spine, turn the gaze to the left. Good. So drishti, so important. It makes the practice so much better, so much lighter. One more breath. Good. Then reverse, left arm is up. Good. And you can go straight up, you can go farther back. Everyone's a little different here, but try not to straighten the front leg too much. Just one more breath here. Good. Back to warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Lift the quads, reach forward, and then the left hand goes down. I'll start using my blocks so y'all will get your own blocks. And the right arm can reach up or stay low. The hips pull back. So if you're not feeling this in your hamstring, you need to push your hips back behind you. You should feel that left hamstring. Good. Find your breath here. Good. Two more. Belly's in tight, legs are strong. Good. Look down at the floor, right hand comes down. Good. Pause. And then we're going to turn to the long edge of the mat. Left toes turn in, right toes turn out just a bit. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold down. Good. You can move around here a little bit side to side, whatever feels good to you. Good. Two more breaths here. Let your head hang low. Then soften the knees a bit and press down to rise. Reach up. And then exhale, warrior two to the left again. Good. Spread out. Good. All right, take a breath. And then exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the earth, back heel lift, and then step back to plank. Take a breath in plank. Carry it down your way through your vinyasa and meet in downward facing dog. Meet in downward dog. Good. Downward dog. I want you to take 3 nice breaths in down dog. Inhale through your nose. Breathe it out. Again. Breathe it out. One more big breath in. And exhale. Good. Very nice. All right, so we're gonna roll forward and come to our belly. And then once you're down on your belly, you'll tuck your front ribs in a bit. So let the front ribs come in, all right? Get all the flesh and the things flattened out as best as you can. You can bring the feet together if you'd like, or keep them wide. I'm gonna push my pubic bone down, arms behind me, and we're gonna work in half locust, one-legged locust, and full locust, all right? Hands are down, nice and long. Clear your breath. Good. All right, inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. So my shoulders reach back. My legs are super strong. So my knees are off the ground here. So I'm really pushing my toes back. Reach up. Close your eyes. Your drishti's behind your lids. One more breath. And then exhale, spill it forward. Move the hips a little side to side. All right, so now we're gonna do a one-leg locust. Okay, so bring the feet together or not, but choose it. Push the pubic bone down, clear your breath. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the chest. Pubic bone stays down. Right leg presses into the earth, left leg lifts. So my right leg is pushing into the ground, my left leg extends. Lift. Feel that pull across the left belly. 2 more breaths. Push into that right foot, my friends. And then exhale, bring it down. Good. Take a breath. Good. Right. Opposite side, prepare. Ribs underneath you. Clear your breath. Pubic bone stays down. Inhale. Exhale, rise. Right leg lifts up. Left leg pushes into the ground. Reach it up. Sometimes I'll come up on my fingertips because my shoulders get kind of trapped. But I want you to feel lifted and strong. 2 more breaths. Squeeze that booty. 1 more. Exhale down. Good. Clear your breath. So you can do the full locust or not. If one-legged locust felt like woo for you, you could practice that with 2 breaths on each leg, or just keep the legs down, okay? All right, here we go. Clear your breath. Push your pubic bone down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Good. I don't generally lift my legs at the same time as my chest because for me, some days my back's like, no. Other days, like today, it feels good. I test the waters out. I'm squeezing the muscles around my legs. I'm gonna let my arms lift up now. Roll the thumbs back. 2 more breaths. Squeeze the calves. And exhale, bring it down. When you bring it down with the palms face up, bend the knees so the feet are in the sky and move your shins from side to side. Clear your breath. Good. All right, feet go down, hands on the shoulders, pull the belly in, hips to heels, child. That should traction the back and feel really good here. Drop the head. You can have your knees wider or closer together. It really depends on how it's feeling for you. Sway a little side to side. Good. All right, so we'll finish. We'll do a seated twist and then come to the back. Checking our clock. So come on up to your seat, please. This will help smooth out or negotiate anything that went on in those SI joints, right? To move to a twist is a smart thing to do after that kind of practice. Shake out the legs, drop the shoulders, be happy that you're now on your seat and soon to be on your back. All right, so we're gonna take our left foot and we're gonna, our right foot. Let me get rights and left confused. I'm gonna pull my right foot in and my foot is it's pretty far away from my left leg, about a fifth actually. But you're negotiating, right? Flesh and the way the hip is sitting, all those kinds of things. So we'll take 2 breaths here. Good, and I'm gonna turn to my right. So I'm gonna turn. My right hand's gonna come down to support me. I'm kind of moving some flesh out of the way. And then my left elbow can wrap around or all the way over. So it really depends on what's your mobility today there. And then I'm gonna take a deep breath in and let it go. Turn your head to the right. Keep your right big toe on the ground, please. Fire up that left leg. Two more breaths. Good. Please come back to the center. Good. A gentle counter twist, right to the left, and then back to the center. Bring your right foot on the inside of the left leg and kind of scoot the butt back. And then you're going to fold over your left leg. So just take it down. And wherever your hands are there for connection or support, right? Two more breaths. Then come all the way up. All right, stretch your right leg forward and give it a shake. Those legs. Good. And then we'll put our left foot up in towards our chest. It's not touching the legs, not compressed. It's got some space. And I'm going to lift up. It just kind of helps me sit up, find my feet, lengthen out my spine. Feels good. Whew. Leaning up against a wall or using a wall for support can be helpful. Good. One more breath here. And then we'll turn to the left. I'm going to pull my flesh away, wrap around, left hand comes behind me. Good. So take a deep breath in once you feel set, and then exhale, twist. And again, your right elbow is wherever you can get it that gives you as much twist as you can. And fire up the right leg. Keep the front ribs moving in. Good. Relax your shoulders. I think my shoulders and my ears. No, bring them down. Good, one more breath. Oh, push. All right, come back to the center. A gentle counter twist to the right and then to the center. And then the left knee falls out to the side. Slide the sit bones back. And then fold over your right leg. Good, one more breath. And then slowly begin to lift up. Straight the left leg next to the right and shake it out. Now both. And then your arms are going to come behind you. The fingertips face forward or slightly out. Pick the chest up. Good. So you can either bring the legs really close together and point the feet or flex the feet. Or you can bring the feet to the ground, but I want everyone to try to lift their hips up. Okay, so either way, shoulders back, pull the belly in, and just dig down to rise up. You can point the toes or flex the feet. Flexing the feet gives me a little bit more space to lengthen. One more breath. And exhale down. Good. Keep the belly in. Good. Now come all the way down to your back. So once you come down to your back, you're going to pull the knees into your chest and give them a nice big hug. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Separate the knees. Good. So be here, or you can find happy baby. Move the head gently side to side. You can roll side to side to kind of smash out your back, your kidneys. Good. Good. So it's about 6 or 7 more breaths here. I'd like for you to stay in some version of happy baby, even if the feet are really low, just to help you settle the SI joints and sacrum. As we did you did a nice job today of closed chain and open chain work. Present pretty often in yoga, but not always intentionally worked, right? You really can feel the difference of the movements of the hips in relation to your drishti and your spine. Relax your jaw. Just a few more breaths now. And then you can either bring the feet down and have the knees come together. The feet really wide. It's going to turn your hips in. Or you could do the opposite. Let the knees go out wide again. So you could straighten the legs. So find your way to Shavasana. Bring your hands down to the frontal hip points, wherever you've landed. Whether the feet are on the ground or not, you can feel them. Hips in the front, right, with headlights. And you're going to take your hands, take it with your hands, and just kind of rub on those hip points. Notice what you feel there. And you can push them down, kind of a little traction. And then let your hands come to rest at the low belly, or if you'd like them on the ground, you can bring them to the ground. And you can close your eyes and take this moment, right, to allow yourself to allow the practice to assimilate the movement. And then we let our practice die. There's no score. You take a deep breath here. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice and your time today. It means much, much to me. Delight me, sees and honor delight each of you. Namaste. Stay where you are as long as you can. Give yourself some time to